Hello and welcome to this week's Hi-Fi video, and it's another video devoted to Hi-Fi news. And well, I did say, didn't I? I published two recent news videos just to clear my desk, as it were, of the news I had at that moment. As soon as September appears, this is what I mentioned in my previous news videos, soon as September appeared, a deluge of news. I have 9, 10, I think it's 10 items for you for this particular video. There's still 5 others hanging around, which I just couldn't squeeze in. I'm going to have to put them into another video. And I do notice that Hi-Fi news is trickling in on a more regular basis. And if that continues, I'm going to have to change things around for the channel to keep that going and to make the news more relevant, because the way things are at the moment with these videos, some of the news is not really, because I'm stacking up the news and I'm trying to find the space for it on the channel. And by the time the news comes out in these videos, it's not as newsworthy as it should be. So I need to have a think about this. I need to have a think about how I can give you the news more promptly, as it were. And so it's more fitting of the name, hey. Anyway, enough of the channel updates. Let's talk news, shall we? And let's go straight to Tangent, who have a couple of new amplifiers. Specifically the Preamp 2 and the Power Ampster 2 from Tangent. Now, Tangent has announced these two amplifiers from its own Ampster range. The Preamp 2 is a compact preamplifier that includes a headphone amplifier within. You also get a Cirrus Logic-based DAC, which supports up to 24-bit 192 kHz PCM. In there, you'll also find Bluetooth 5 aptX HD, and the Preamp 2 includes balanced XLR outputs for connection to an external power amplifier, spanning 195 by 70 by 194 millimeters. This thing is fairly light at 1.3 kilograms. The price is also light. It's 1 penny short of £200. Let's talk about the Power Ampster from Tangent now, or rather the Power Ampster 2. This is a Class D power amplifier that pushes out 200 watts into 8 ohms, spanning 195 millimeters by 70 by 194 millimeters. This amplifier weighs 2 kilograms and it's priced at a penny short of £250. And if you need them, I will put contact links down below in the description. Next up, we have a couple of high-end headphone designs from Grado. We're talking about the new Statement series from Grado, which includes 4th generation X drivers to the wooden GS3000X and the GS1000X. The GS1000X combines mahogany and another wood, which I think is pronounced Ippy. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think it's Ippy. While the GS3000X houses the company's most powerful driver yet, inside a metal chamber surrounded by a single body of cocobolo wood. The GS3000X and GS1000X also utilize Grado's improved 12-conductor braided cable and new headbands. Both are hand-assembled in Brooklyn, in New York, and for the flagship GS3000X, you get a new 52mm transducer, which is specifically tuned to that Coco Bolo wood. The driver design features a more powerful magnetic circuit, a voice coil with decreased effective mass, and a reconfigured diaphragm. The GS1000X sees mahogany and ippy wood come together for the first time. Mahogany has been a long-standing material in almost all of Grado's wooden headphones and phono cartridges. So combining that familiar wood with a new wood, in this case the ippy wood, well, that calls for a bit of delicate balancing. And again, the driver is specifically tuned for its own wooden enclosure. Prices, well, the GS1000X is £1,295 or $1,195. You can also buy the 1000X with balanced XLR connectors for £1,495 or $1,365. As for the 3000X, that's £2,195 or $1,995. If you want to change the termination to balanced XLR, again, you're looking at a little hike in price to £2,395 or $2,165. Next up, we're talking speakers, but speakers that fit into the wall. Now, Audiovector's two new R-series wall loudspeakers include the in-wall or the in-ceiling designs. You also get the on-wall, so you can sense that subtle difference. Hey, both of these design types are developed for use with or without an added subwoofer. The speakers include an interesting mid-range arrangement which apparently cancels unwanted wall reflections. These designs also include technology from Audiovector's R-series HiFi speakers. These two new speaker types are available in a choice of 3 models. You get your signature, your avant-garde, or your, how do you pronounce it, arete? I think it's arete. As standard, they have a black matte or white silk finish with matching cloth grills. In addition, as with all Audiovector speakers, you can have custom finishes too upon request. The speakers have a 3-way system featuring a single high excursion bass driver, and you get a couple of mid-range drivers too. Audiovector uses its own hand-built Evotech soft dome tweeters in the signature model, and its in-house designed and built AMT drivers in the avant-garde and arete models. As far as prices are concerned, well, for the in-wall and in-ceiling models, the prices for the in-wall and in-ceiling models are the same as the on-wall, and they are for the signature £2,995, or for the avant-garde £3,800, or for the arete speakers around £5,000. Next we have the Metaxas Sins TRX, how do you pronounce it? Tourbillon? I think it might be Tourbillon, correct me if I'm wrong please. Reel-to-reel tape machine. Now I've seen this thing plastered all over Facebook, and you should be familiar with this as well, or the images rather, if you're on Facebook. However, it's nice to talk about it here because this particular unit has an official UK distributor, Absolute Sounds. So let me give you a few details about it. The company itself is based in the Netherlands and was founded by Kostas Metaxas, and the company Metaxas Sins have produced the TRX, which is what I'll call it just for now, as a sort of mobile version of this reel-to-reel. The TRX is designed for 10.5-inch reels, and I suppose you better call it a location recorder. That is, it's compact and transportable to be used in a variety of environments rather than purely as a studio model. It also comes with an optional battery box, so it doesn't have to be plugged into the mains. The design is horologically inspired, that is, in the same way that you may create a wristwatch. The tourbillon, which is French apparently for whirlwind, is the first reel-to-reel tape machine to use wristwatch build techniques to regulate the speed of the tape. There are two versions of the tourbillon. One is for recording and playback, and the other is for playback only. This machine is super high-end, and so is the price. So the playback version is £46,998. The play-record version is £59,998. There's an optional battery box for £3,200, and there's a matching stand for £9,398. As I say, links below if you fancy one. Next up, and slightly less money for this one, we're looking at a sound bar from Yamaha. The Yamaha SR-C30A Sound Bar also arrives with a subwoofer. In terms of measurements, the sound bar spans 60 centimeters long and 6.4 centimeters high. The companion subwoofer is relatively slim, with a width of 16 centimeters and can be connected wirelessly. 4 customized preset sound modes are included, and they are standard, stereo, gaming, and 3D movie. Plus, the C30A also features something called clear voice technology for, as you might expect, enhanced dialogue clarity. Moreover, it is compatible with the Sound Bar Controller app for smartphone control. Control buttons can be found on top of the C30A if you prefer. Inputs include 2 optical ports, analog stereo mini input for gaming consoles, and other portable devices. You also get Bluetooth, including multi-point functionality, and a HDMI ARC output. The soundbar pumps out 90 watts and is priced at £299. Now, I have 3 items for you from Audio-Technica. First up, we're going to be looking at a high-end cartridge called the AT20, so the AT Art 20. This is a moving coil made from the ART series trademark aluminium. The housing, on the other hand, is crafted from titanium and the undercover from elastomer, which are both first for this series and are there to suppress the resonance generated by the cartridge, utilizing the cutting and polishing techniques from the eyeglass industry of Sabre City. Is it Sabai City or Sabre City? Apologies if I've got that wrong. Audio-Technica has based this cartridge on the magnetic circuit of the AT-ART9XI. The front yoke of the ART20 is 0.6 millimeters thicker to improve magnetic flux density. The ART20 also features a nude special line contact stylus. This is mated to a stepped pipe structure cantilever made from solid boron. So the cantilever becomes thicker in steps from the tip to the coil toward the fulcrum. That's done to increase rigidity, which improves the strength of the cantilever and keeps those unwanted vibrations down. Finally, the thickness of the gold plating on the cartridge terminal pins at the back has been increased by around 30 times. This is to reduce contact resistance. The AT Art 20 is out now, and you can pick one up for £2,750. In euro terms, that's 3,199. Next up, well, a couple of low-cost turntables for you. The first one is the AT LP3 XBT. Which has built-in Bluetooth and is the successor to the AT LP3, which I've reviewed on this channel, and I'll put a little link above if you want to check that out. Fully automatic, this is a twin-speed belt-driven turntable that features a VM95C cartridge, which is compatible with any VM95 series replacement styli. That fits into the straight tone arm via the HS3 head shell. There's a built-in phono amplifier in the rear, and that includes detachable phono cables, including a die-cast aluminium platter with a felt mat. The price for this one is £280 or €325, and you can buy it in black or white. And next we have the AT LPW 50 BTRW. Good grief. This is a belt-driven turntable. It includes Bluetooth, and it has a rather nice rosewood finished veneer over a substantial MDF plinth. This one includes a VM95E dual moving magnet cartridge with an elliptical stylus. Additional features of the twin speed design includes that 30mm thick MDF plinth. You also get a straight carbon fiber tone arm with the usual adjustable tracking force and anti-skate, and at the end of that is a HS4 head shell. You also get a built-in phono amp and some detachable phono cables. Price for this is £420 or €499. Next up is a headphone amplifier from Poland. Is it OOR or just OR? I'm not sure. Now, I initially received the press release for this little box from Ferrum to say that it had won an award, an ISA award, one of those European Imaging and Sound Association things, for its headphone amplifier. Well, it's only when I received the press release that I realized that I'd never heard of this balanced design. And then I realized I'd never actually heard of the company either. So here they are, the company and the headphone amplifier. Priced at $1,995 or, in fact, €1,995. This rather nice looking headphone amplifier offers 8 watts into 60 ohms. Output in balanced mode. It weighs 1.8 kilograms, and that's almost £4, and spans 217mm by 206 by 50mm, or around 9 by 8 by 2 inches. Again, if you want to know more, I'll put a contact down below in the description. Finally, we're going to nip back to Yamaha because they've got a neat little wireless speaker they want to talk about. Called the WSB1A. This is a new, rather compact, wireless, battery-powered, waterproof Bluetooth speaker. In effect, it's a 10-centimeter cube, kinda, and it's covered in fabric, and it's available in 3 colors. You get your basic black, you get carbon gray with rose gold accents, and light gray. This little portable speaker features Yamaha's clear voice feature, which, as I mentioned earlier on in the sound bar thing, enhances the reproduction of vocals and speech. Bluetooth 5.0 is supported, while the battery can be recharged via the USB-C connection. Weighing just under half a kilogram, this little speaker spans 88 millimeters by 105 by 88 millimeters. And, slightly unusually, it can also be wall mounted. You don't often find that as an option with these little Bluetooth speakers. You can't buy this speaker just yet. You'll have to wait till November if you fancy one yourself, but you will be paying £99. And that's it, folks. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. And if I could ask you just to click down below on the like and subscribe buttons, then that will help to increase the prestige and, I don't know, size, that's the word I was looking for, of this channel. So if you want to have a look down below in the description, you'll find links to my website and my Facebook group and also my Patreon page. And if you can support me via Patreon, much appreciated, keeps this channel going. And what else have we got? All kinds of links for the products I've just talked about. They're down there too, if you want to find out a bit more. So I'll be back on Friday with something hi-fi related, and I don't know, there may be changes. I can feel it in the air, in the water. It's the change of seasons, you know. I'll have a think. I'll let you know more about that anon. I might tell you more in the community tab. Anyway, I'll be back on Friday, and I hope to see you then. Until that time, folks, bye-bye for now.